Okay, you guys, I have a very famous family here. Now, Ty, are you family too? Are you?
I am dating Asia.
Oh, so
Yes.
you're
Yes. So
dating.
extended, I'm extended
Well, this
family.
is real serious family business. But listen, I love it. I love it because the most important thing to do is to teach our children. Jerome, you know this,
Yes.
to build wealth. Even though my kids don't want to be in the same industry with me, I
Hmm.
still drill entrepreneurship into them.
Right.
I still drill. One of my daughters she's more like an entrepreneurial artist. And then
Hmm.
my other daughter, she's in corporate right now. She doesn't know, but she's going to be my human resources. She has a master's degree in human resources, and
Right.
she's going to do it in manufacturing, but I haven't told her she's going to do it yet. She has been building her career in corporate, and she doesn't
Hmm.
know that God has her getting ready to work in her
Amen.
mother's manufacturing company.
There you go.
So, so I teach them the same principles. So I love this. When Asia told me that you were her dad and you guys were working together, and
Hmm.
obviously you guys were about to win. So you
Yep.
guys, I'm talking to the audience now. Asia calls me in a panic, and I tell her I don't know who she is. I can't talk to her and she's frantic because I didn't know that Jerome was her dad. And I
Hmm.
remember seeing your name. And quite frankly, I did say to myself, that last name looks familiar, but I wonder if somebody's trying to impersonate him. So the reason that they are on is because they're on the winning journey. So
Yes.
now, before we get started, Jerome, you were going to tell me something. You really liked this program. What were you thinking when you first started doing this, when you got into the program?
Well, when we first got into the program, we had other verticals that we were building out. Well, we're a medical transportation company and
Mm-hmm.
project management organization. And so we knew that we had some very important verticals that we wanted to add onto our portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
And DLA was that vehicle by which we could be able to access and be able to deliver and get some very quick wins. So
Yeah.
initially, it started out strictly as a service organization, and
Mm.
now we're slowly migrating into a logistics company as we speak.
I love it.
Mhm.
That is so wonderful. So how did it feel? I know that Asia was working with you on all of the bidding and everything, but how long have you guys haven't been in the program that long, have you?
No, it's been since January. Yeah, we
Okay,
started.
so about 2 months.
Yes, yes.
When did you guys start seeing like getting traceability letters and more requests for information about what you're doing?
Well, I'll let Asia and Ty speak to that. I'm kind of like this 10,000 feet overview, and they report back to me and tell me what's going on, and we get
Yes.
all excited and pumped up. So I'm gonna turn it over to them and let them talk the real details.
Okay. So what do you guys think? How long did it
Yeah,
take?
right. So I would say we started exactly January 7th when we started really getting into the class. We went through some of the courses. We didn't start putting out solicitations and bid maybe a week or two later. So that kind of put us like right at the 20th mark.
Right.
The solicitation that we actually won, we put in, I want to say January 28th. Because that's a monumental day when you're looking back like, when did we win, when did we
Yeah.
put it in, right? And
Yes.
so we put it in January 28th and we heard back February 5th, and we were like, whoa. So that's when you heard from me. That's when I was
That's
like, oh
when
my
you were
God, we
calling.
won.
Yeah.
Exactly. And didn't
And
know
yeah,
who I
but
was
that's kind of quick
calling.
though to start feeling the pressure for, oh my God, it's happening. And what do I always say? I always say, be ready to win.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
that's it. Be prepared, right?
Yes, be
Mhm.
prepared. Well, because most people think about, is this going to work? Am I going to win? Does this really work? And I know you guys probably weren't thinking that because you've seen other people win and you're already doing business,
Mhm.
which, by the way, Jerome, that's really smart. I believe in different streams of income. Just because you're
Mhm.
successful in one area doesn't mean you stop there.
Yes.
You keep it moving.
Yes.
And, from building from scratch, you could, in the beginning, until you learn things, you're going to have a lot of ups, a lot of downs until you
Yeah.
get things moving and balanced. And all of the wheels are turning the way they should be turning.
Mhm.
You know, it's a journey. It's a real journey. It's fun. And it's so funny because even when you do start having the successes, yes, it's nice to have lots of money, but it's really about the journey. It's
Yes.
the high on the journey.
Right.
Sure.
It's a
Yeah.
very, very different, we're very different, meaning entrepreneurs, if you really have that in you, you're not scared. You're more afraid not to go forward than you
Mhm.
are to. My sisters always used to ask me, why are you not scared of nothing? I mean, when I get scared, I do it anyway, because
That's
that's
it.
telling me, but I feel I want to do this, like, you know, like this whole manufacturing thing for
Mhm.
me. I did not have that in my plan. And I have a big vision.
Mhm.
Manufacturing wasn't part of that, but I do know that the reason I was teaching and doing all of this, that was the ultimate goal, is
Yes.
for
Right.
me to give back in a bigger way to you know, to the community, to small businesses, you know, to the country actually, because I'm
Mhm.
doing something that, and you guys are too. All of you guys are providing for the government things that only the large companies are trying to act like they have,
Right.
Mhm.
when that's not true.
Mhm.
And even if the large companies don't want to share to allow us to, you know, give it to the government for a decent price and do business with them, we can create it if we want to.
We have to force them to do that 23% small business goal. We have to
Yes.
force them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they got those goals, but we don't hold them accountable and put ourselves in a position to
And tap into it.
tap into it. Exactly.
That's exactly right. And but I
Mhm.
was concerned that I was not seeing enough minority-owned businesses understanding the opportunities that it's waiting. It's sitting here waiting for you.
Right.
And I know how smart we are. I know how intelligent we are. I know how driven we are. Because I'm one of you guys, I
Mhm.
knew that the stuff that you hear out there wasn't. I'm like, why do people make this so complicated?
Yes.
It's
Mhm.
not it's that's how they mess with your head. They
Mhm.
make it like
Mhm.
it's complicated.
Mhm.
I did not hear people talking about bidding. That was my,
Mhm.
I said, why don't I hear these other so-called consultants in training talking about bidding?
Yes.
Because that's how you keep people you're not teaching them how to fish.
Mhm.
You're just making them want to, which is also scarcity, excuse me, making them want to pay you more so that they can get more information when you don't have
Right.
to do that. People
Mhm.
are going to come to you when you're teaching them how to fish anyway.
Certainly.
So this family thing that we got going on here, this is what I'm talking about, because this is how it has to be. So Asia's doing a great job and Ty is helping. And then you got your fiance too.
Mhm.
That's wonderful. So you guys, how many have you won? You won one or two so far?
So far we've won 2, and we're in contact with another contracting officer to possibly be on our 3rd one. So we are excited.
Already?